Good afternoon and thanks for joining us right here on Midday Kentucky. David Goldman to my left. How are you, my friend?
Wonderful. Excited about Real Talk with TT.
Real Talk with TTs. So we'll just tell you about that very quickly. You came up with it a few weeks ago and we've talked about it sort of over the last 2 years and I'm like, I don't know whether I really want to get into that, but we put it out there on Facebook. We asked some viewers to send us in some questions
and they're good.
That they might have. Well, I haven't seen them.
Okay.
Okay, so I've sort of wanted to remain raw on it so I can get my, truth.
Right. It is, and they're good questions.
Are they?
I feel like it's real. People have
It's
these
real talk with TT.
It's real. They're inquisitive, and they want to know, Troy, what do you think about this?
Yeah.
So it'll be good.
Because I have a world of wisdom.
Well, it'll be good. It'll be
Do you
real.
think?
It'll be real.
Yeah. Well, let's see. When I'm at the deli department next to Kroger and or Fresh Market. Oh, I have to tell you about Fresh Market on the weekend, everyone. So I'm sitting there, and I always buy these Heinz baked beans. Remember the ones I told you about from Australia?
Right.
They're in the green tin, and you can only normally buy them at Fresh Market. But then we found out you can get them at the Irish store downtown. Well, they're about $2.40. They're my one thing that I love to have in the cupboard from Australia.
Yeah.
Okay. Apart from my Vegemite. So here I am on the floor, because they keep them on the bottom shelf, everyone. I'm on the floor of the supermarket, hoofing. I probably got 13 or 14 tins, everything they had, and I've got my head into the bottom of the...
Just deep in it.
Trying to get in there to see what else is at the back.
Right.
Okay. This man says to me, he said, what are you doing with them? I looked at him and I thought, I've sprung, like I felt guilty about something. Then I said to him, I said, look, you've got to have these. These are the best. This is what they are, blah, blah, blah. And he says to me, I said, you can have 1 tin.
You gave him one.
Because I bought them all.
Right.
I said, you can have 1 tin. And he said, thanks, Troy.
So he knew you.
So he says, I know you're a bit of a nutcase. He said, I watch your show every day. He said, it was the funniest thing to see you on your hands and knees
just going
on the supermarket trying to... But you know what? I then bought this orchid. I left the supermarket at Fresh Market, went home, put the orchid in the house, and I'm thinking, where are those beans? I'd left the whole beans. I left the whole thing.
At least he didn't spill them. All right.
People.
It was the weekend.
That's part of Real Talk.
That's Real Talk.
Do you know what I mean?
That's a taste.
Alrighty, David, take us away to begin with.
All right, how would you like to join us for lunch tomorrow? Midday Kentucky will be live tomorrow at Shakespeare and Company in Hamburg. So please RSVP by calling the number below and just give us your name, phone number, and the number of your party.
That's the number you have to call, everyone, 859-447-8230. Come and join us. We'll be live there having a chat about all sorts of things.
It's always fun.
Alrighty, David, you are obviously doing your Monday night ritual, which is what you've been told to do by your mother and the producer of this show.
Yes, Dancing with the Stars. Of course, can't miss another episode or I'll be cut.
All right, well, Dancing with the Stars last night, of course, and we have all the highlights. It was a trio night where each competing couple had another dance with the stars of previous shows. Okay, now it's a new thing the show tried out this season. All right, one of the stars who had one of the best scores of the night went home. They weren't that great. I didn't think they were wonderful this year.
No, I didn't either.
But they were boring. The guys from The Bachelor.
I didn't even like. I thought this trio did not work out well.
Yeah, that was boring too.
It just looked like they were just trying to kind of. It was put together.
Now these were the first dances, and they were very good. He's that Juan Pablo guy.
Right, but he's a professional.
Yeah, you know what? I keep forgetting about that. That's Mary Lou. She wasn't too bad. These two guys and my gorgeous little friend from Utah, they were good. Now these people got evicted.
I can't believe they got sent home.
Huh? Tanisha, you know she's my favorite.
Yeah. No, I can't believe she got sent home.
Huh?
I mean, they're moving right there.
Yeah. No, they were. Well, anyway, they also had the pro footballer on last night.
Right.
I don't know whether we saw that video. I wasn't looking at the time. I was too busy reading. They had one of the pro footballers, the guy that works on who dances, but then they had the other one from last season, season 25, who won, the pro footballer, but he broke a finger the minute before he even started to dance, and they had to pop it back in. Those footballers, they're tough.
Gosh, I didn't realize that.
No, on camera they popped it in.
Oh, I missed it.
It was disgusting.
You got to be tough when you're ready to dance.
Look, it was very good. I enjoyed it. All right, that's our Dancing with the Stars highlights, everyone.
Don't miss it.
Yeah.
Did you watch your other show?
Hip hop?
Yes.
Dude, you know Puff here.
Yeah.
We have a cameraman that I work with a lot. His name's not really Puff, but he came in here one day all decked out like Puff Daddy.
He's got
So
it.
ever since then, I've called him Puff Daddy.
He's got it.
It's become the whole thing of the station now.
I love it.
But he texted me last night about a shoot that we're going to this afternoon. I said, dude, I'm watching hip hop. Leave me alone.
Don't interrupt the hip hop.
Monday nights are a busy night for TT, for the TV and TT.
It's
Alrighty,
real.
everyone. Would you use this? A French researcher created a robotic finger that attaches to your mobile phone. It can stroke your hand while you're using it. Look, it can pull itself across a surface.
Oh man, and here's the best part. Your friends can even activate it or operate it remotely. So you just feel a little tap of your hand whenever they want to talk to you.
It's just not normal. The creator says people tell him they think it's creepy, which is kind of the point of this invention. He says that we communicate with humans through touch, which is true, but as soon as a robot does it, we freak out. Now, there are some creepy benefits to the finger, apparently, like having it lifting up the phone at an angle so you can watch a movie and having it help you play some phone games. I'm sorry. What's next?
Right. I mean, I think this is the beginning. Have you seen that robot that's like running and jumping across logs? I mean, it's happening, people. It's when your phone starts rubbing your hand to let you know you've got a message.
Who needs a relationship?
Don't worry, I'm taking this home tonight.
Yes, exactly. Tell us what you think. It's just a little nuts, everyone. Alrighty, everyone. This is a crazy story. It was too much. A woman blocked a man from entering a luxury apartment building where he lived, and this has gone viral. The gentleman whipped out his phone and began recording, and the woman tried to get him to prove that he actually lives in the building. He finally pushes past her to get to his room with her close behind. Now, Tribeca Luxury Apartments launched an investigation and were disturbed that something like this would actually happen. They said she was one of their employees. But the incident happened at a location that wasn't theirs. She was actually fired. This is the altercation between a young black man and a white woman. Take a look.
Ma'am, you're not security. You're not the property manager. You're not Mike Herman.
No, but I live here.
Okay, and I live here too. You're not Mike Herman. You're not Rick.
I don't like the fact you have your phone in my face.
Okay, I don't like the fact that you're blocking me for where I paid.
All I'm asking is what unit?
But you're not. I don't need to tell you that information, ma'am.
If you want to come into my building.
It's not your building. You're not the owner. You pay rent.
Sir, you walked up on a street.
Yes, yes, and I've already buzzed in. I've already
You
used
did
my.
not.
Okay, man, it does not even matter. Can you get out of my way?
No. Can you show me the key
I
fob
don't.
into this
I'm
building?
not showing you anything. And the second, ma'am, I'm bound to walk through where I live at. So.
No.
Okay.
Can you show me the key fob into this? No.
Excuse me.
No.
Excuse me.
Okay. I don't know what you all think about this, but being in Tribeca, there's the young black men probably outweigh white people.
Oh.
All right? Now, let me just say something. I think it's completely ridiculous. He was a good-looking young black man, being respectful, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, in the exchange that I saw, that was just part of the video. And I think it's absolutely crazy that this is still going on in America.
Yeah, 2018, pretty absurd. And you know,
I get that if he was looking like a drug dealer or a drunk or black or white. I get that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, if he had done something that seemed shady to some extent, or you know, I don't know, but I feel like we're trying to justify like why somebody would say, "Hey, do you live here?" Because I've been in apartments where people are like, "Hey, can you let me in?" And I'm like, "Sorry, I don't live here," or "I don't know you." Good luck.
I get that.
But when someone has gotten access and you're blocking them.
Well, here's the funny thing. She followed him up into the elevator,
Yep.
then followed him to his front door, which he then unlocked, opened the door, and she still said, that doesn't prove anything.
And called the police on him. It is absurd, and it's just.
I think we're taking things way too far.
Yeah, it's scary though, because he felt like, one thing I did see, he said, I never felt like this would happen to me.
Yeah. And, you know, I think he was well-spoken. He wasn't disrespectful. He didn't push her. He didn't shove her. There was no disrespect on his end. I think she was being
Right.
very disrespectful to him. Tell us what you think. Watch the video on our Facebook page. We'd look forward to hearing your thoughts. Normally, we think giving someone the silent treatment is a negative move, but could it keep your relationship going? A survey completed by the couples in the US suggests that the move works as a manipulation tactic. If your partner makes less money, this is because apparently people with higher salaries have higher expectations, and those expectations include their partners bending to their commands. Take this example. A researcher gave, let's say, a woman asks her husband to request a raise at work. If he makes less money and dodges the question, it will lessen the financial tension of the marriage. If he makes more money and dodges the question, the wife feels like he's not willing to make a sacrifice for their family. So basically, if you're not wealthy, it won't work in your relationship. If you're not, it may. And I'm completely lost with that story now.
Yeah. I mean, I think the whole silent treatment's terrible. All right, just talk about it,
It's
people.
basically saying silent treatment only works if you're rich.
Yeah.
Isn't that what the moral of the story
I
is?
think that's what we were getting out of it, but just kind of looking at it as the silent treatment.
I'm always giving someone a silent treatment, whether you're in a relationship with me or not.
I've seen that. Okay, it's real.
I'll block you.
But it's one of those things where if you shut down those lines of communication, usually you don't really understand what that person's dealing with or going through. So I think people need to just, if there's something bothering you, talk about it.
Thanks for that wisdom.
I'm just
I'm
saying.
going to move on to the next topic
All
because
right,
that
do
one
your
didn't
thing.
make sense to me.
I understand.
Yeah. Alrighty. Have you heard about sugar daddies or mummies? But what about sugar dating? There are new dating sites like Seeking Arrangements where sugar babies are paired up with sugar daddies based on the needs of each side, or in other words, it helps people interested in monetized dating finding each other. Now, the website markets itself as a way for graduates to pay off their student loans. The creator says sugar babies can earn an average of $3,000 a month. Sugar daddies or mummies can pay monthly fees ranging from $99 to $200 depending on the membership level. The founder of the website explicitly states that this site is not supposed to be used like an escort service for sex. All right, David.
I'm just wondering where we sign up.
Well,
'cause
here's
we're
the funny
about to
thing.
start making that
Dusty
extra
said
money.
to me, one of our producers, what, do you want a sugar mama?
No, I'm just saying, trying to get that cash flow. That's
Well,
a
that's a
lot
sugar
of money.
mama.
Yeah, no, I know. That's a lot.
Just want to be clear here. everyone.
$3,000. This story kind of blew me away. I didn't realize people were. Apparently, they said they had over 40 million people
But
in the
this
U.S.
is nothing new.
I know, but I didn't realize the extent. 40 million people in the U.S. were on this website.
I could imagine that.
I had no idea.
Dusty asked if she could be on there. And I said, what, as a sugar mummy? Are you rich? She went, no. She said, I would like a sugar daddy. I went, I think you're a little old for that.
Oh,
And then she sort of looked at me and I said, well, maybe it's a sugar daddy in his 90s. I don't
Listen,
know.
I
But
think-
think about it. A sugar daddy
Right.
is 35, 40 plus.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know if the website is just in that extent. If
Yeah,
it's,
it is.
I don't think it has to be based on
I'm a
age.
member.
But I do think that sometimes people just want that. They want that relationship to go out. A little arm candy.
Yeah, look, all I can say is, how often do you ask someone out for dinner and nothing happens and you pay for dinner?
I'm sure often.
I don't think I would be giving someone a monthly allowance unless they're in a relationship.
Right.
But I don't think I would pay for someone just to come and have dinner with me.
I think sometimes people are just, they're looking for an acquaintance, and I bet a lot of times people are looking for
I
more.
think they are. I
Yeah.
think they are. All right, there's our advice, everyone.